Okay, as always, please make sure that if you have to pause the video, just to make sure that you've thoroughly read the problem through and have at least attempted it or thought about how you've done it, how you would do it. So please make sure you do that first. All right, so hopefully you've already read it through and thought about how you might work out this problem. This problem wants us to write a system of linear inequalities. So a system of linear inequalities means there's going to be two of them, and the word inequalities as opposed to equations, if we wanted to make a system of equations, they would need to have equal signs. But for something to be called an inequality, it's going to have a less than or a greater than, or a less than or equal to, or a greater than or equal to. And again, the word system means there's going to be two of them, two linear inequalities. And as always, this is, again, a reoccurring theme with the keystones. You've got to pay very, very close attention to the fact that the x variable represents the number of lawns that they each mow, and the y variable represents the number of yards that they rake. Okay? So reading it over, hopefully you can kind of see how we're going to write a linear inequality for Tammy and then another one for Keith. So the one for Tammy is going to go like this: 10x plus 5y is greater than 200. All right? So again, keeping in mind what x represents and what y represents, and the fact that she wants to earn more than $200, it makes a lot of sense, okay, that you're going to take 10, which is the amount of money she earns for each lawn, and it needs to get multiplied to x, which is the unknown number of lawns she's mowed. So that's just, it's what you have to do. You have to understand that. You got to multiply the 10 and the x, and then the 5 and the y, because 5 is how much money she earns for each yard that she rakes, and you would just multiply that by the number of yards that she's raked, which is unknown right now, and we're just kind of filling in with a y. So 10 times x and 5 times y, that gets the amount of money that she would earn, and you would add those two amounts together, and she wants that to be larger than 200 because she wants to earn more than $200. And the symbol would just be a greater than. If another kind of example, like for example, if she wanted to earn at least $200, then the symbol would be greater than or equal to 200. Then she'd be okay with earning exactly $200. You know, that's what the phrase "at least" kind of implies. But this straight up says more than $200. So earning exactly $200, I guess, won't cut it. It's not what it's saying. And so we need the symbol greater than 200, because the exact verbiage is more than 200. Okay? And then, very similarly, the linear inequality for Keith is going to be 12x, because he's going to earn $12 for each lawn he mows. All right? And so you would multiply 12 and x together, 12 being the amount of money he earns per lawn, and x is the number of lawns he's going to mow, so it makes sense to multiply those together, just like with Tammy. And Keith earns $3 for every yard raked, and so that would be a 3y. And he wants to earn more than $180. Okay? And let's just make sure that we've satisfied all the directions. Write a system to model All right, and that's part A.